What's up, everybody? Chef Hesh from Kickazz.com, and tonight I'm making something delicious. Split pea soup. I mean, who doesn't like split pea soup? If you don't, let me know in the comments below. Personally, I love it. I'm actually going to be using some ham. You can see I've got a little pat of butter and some chopped, baked ham. It's also been smoked. Very nice. I've got mirepoix, carrots, onions, celery, bacon, chicken broth, but I kind of prefer the better than bouillon, so I've made some of my own. I know. I didn't make my own stock. You can berate me in the comments below, but yeah, let's get to cooking. It's really simple. First things first, mirepoix. We're going to soften these vegetables. Then essentially we're just going to dump everything into a pot and cook it for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, or until these split peas are done. Check for seasoning. Season as needed, if needed. Add some water if it reduces too much and turns into like a sludge. We don't want a sludge, we want a soup. That's it. So I'm going to take my handy dandy spoon and I'm going to get to cooking. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, here's the trick. I've already cooked my bacon, right? I reserved some of the bacon fat in my happy little skillet over there. I'm going to take this little pat of butter, boop, put it on my handy dandy wooden spoon with my mirepoix, dump it in. We want a little bit of fat. We want lubrication, and we get both. Most importantly, we want flavor, which the bacon, grease, fat, whatever you want to call it, that's going to impart a lot of flavor. It's also going to add lubrication. Put this butter right here. Oh man, this is true dairy butter, so it's got a lot of flavor to it. That's what we want. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Sweat these down a little bit. Then we're going to dump it into a pot. Check this out. One in. Here he goes. I'm going to use this little pat of butter here to just kind of continue to lubricate the pan. We've got our bacon grease. You can see it's already foaming up nicely. That's kind of what we want. We don't want it to just sit there and not sizzle and simmer because we got to dump in our vegetables. See this guy? He's trying to get away. Not on my watch. These little guys? Nope, not getting away either. At this point, we want to make sure everything is completely covered with a little bit of the bacon grease, fat, whatever you want to call it, and the melted butter. That's it. We're done. Add a little bit of salt and pepper. It's great. One of the reasons why you want to add salt and pepper to your mirepoix is because it helps to draw out some of the water content and truly cook this. So I'm going to make a nice flat little layer. Toss my handy dandy little wooden spoon down. Why would you toss your handy dandy wooden spoon down? You need a Chef Hesh apron so that you can keep him with you at all times, because this is a very, very valuable tool. I feel bad. I'm sorry, spoon. I feel bad. Salt, pepper. You don't want to add a lot of salt. We're not really flavoring here. What we're doing is drawing out water content like, well, I just mentioned a few moments ago. We're going to add some pepper. Now the pepper is for flavor. We do want a little bit of that pepper. We're going to be adding quite a bit, actually. As you know, I love pepper. As much or as little as you want. This is all to your taste. And yeah, salt, pepper, that's it. Grab our handy dandy little spoon here. Mix it around. And we're going to let this saute probably about 10 minutes. We want this to soften up. We want this to get some of that flavor from that bacon grease and that butter that we've used. It's going to be absolutely delicious. This is going to cook down for about 2 hours in the actual soup that we're making here. And it will be completely cooked. It's going to be awesome. One thing that you want to do, don't know if you can see that, get your stock ready. I've got this just chicken broth here from Swanson. I've got a little bit left from another recipe. I'm going to use some of that, but I'm using Better Than Bouillon. This stuff is absolutely delicious. So I've got a few cups of that here ready to go in my saucepan. So when I add my split peas to my stock pot, just dump this in, dump that in, add a little bit of water, check for seasoning, and move from there. With the smokiness of this ham and the smokiness of this applewood smoked bacon, we're gonna have a very, very, very complex flavor profile going on. So we need to make sure that we've got just enough salt, just enough pepper. Maybe we need to add some onion. Probably not, because it's in our mirepoix. To make it taste good, because nobody wants sloppy, weird, green, pasty soup stuff. That's not what we're making here. So I'm going to go ahead and continue cooking this mirepoix. And when I come back, I'll show you how to dump this all into a pot and cook it. See you soon. Stay foodie. Almost forgot my name, Spoon.
Poor Spoonie.
I know.
Viewers, don't let Chef Hesh forget Spoonie.
Never. That's my boy right there. That's my boy. Never forget. Once your mirepoix is done and cooked, there's a couple other steps you need to take. They're very, very simple. Because you've already cooked your bacon, and you've already got your ham ready to go, you've already rinsed your split peas, you've already made your chicken stock, well, dump it into a pot. It's pretty much that simple. And I will show you. I'm going to start with my mirepoix, then the ham, and the peas, and then the bacon. Check it out. There we go. We've got a nice mirepoix. Got my handy dandy wooden spoon. I'm going to give it one little stir. Alright, look at that. Yeah, see that's looking good. That bacon grease really did its trick here. And we've got butter in there. Oh man, a little bit of salt and pepper. This is going to be great. Just turn it off and literally dump it into a pan. Or stock pot. Sorry, my stove isn't quite level as it should be, so I drop things sometimes. That happens. Give it a good little stir. Yeah. Step one, done. Step two. What is step two, you ask? Ham. Split peas. Which do we do first? It really doesn't matter. Dump it into the pot. Like this. It's going to be messy. You're going to make a mess. That's going to happen. There's really nothing you can do about that. Take a paper towel, just kind of wipe it up a little bit. Clean as you go is kind of a good mantra to maintain. If you want to do it, do it. If you don't, don't. It's up to you. Well, we've got our carrots and celery and onions and stuff. We've got our split peas in there, but two different types of pig. Oh, yummy. So, I'm going to take handy dandy wooden spoon and I'm going to dump this in. See, just take it right off your cutting board. Just chop it roughly. It doesn't need to be the same size. This is already cooked. We're just reheating it. And you actually want some variations in, texture and flavor. I didn't skin it. I didn't trim the fat off. Nope, none of that. I want it all. Spoonie can take a rest for a moment. While Spoonie's resting, I'm going to come over here and look at this bacon and I had to try something to make sure it wasn't poison. I mean, I made it, so I know it's not poison, but, you know, just for good measure. Next step, dump the bacon in. Woohoo! Here we go. Dump it in. Look at that. Just get it in there. Give it a good stir. Oh yeah, we've got a lot of good stuff going in here. Make sure to return Spoonie to his home and then think, what are you missing? What are you missing? Oh, wait, the stock. I've got chicken broth here and a measuring cup. I've also made my own, which we spoke about earlier. I've got 1 cup. I'm going to add this because I don't want this to catch on fire. I mean, last time that happened, I got in trouble. Just ask Chef Lynn. Dump that right in there. I've got 2.5 cups of my homemade stock. It's better than bouillon I just showed you a few seconds ago. I'm going to give this a good stir. Make sure that it's covered. If it is not completely covered, we're in trouble here. We've got a problem. This is going to dry up. Those split peas are going to suck up all of that stock. Which is a good thing. We want those split peas to soak up the flavor from the stock and the bacon and the ham and the carrots and the onions and, you know, it's flavor upon flavor upon flavor. What you want to make sure is that you have enough water. If you look on the packaging for a pound of split peas, it calls for up to 8 cups. I've only used 3 of concentrated stock, which is going to impart the flavor, but I do need to add some water. So I'm going to get my trusty, dusty measuring cup. I mean, it's not dusty. I actually wash it constantly. And I'm going to put 4 cups of water into this pot. And then I'm going to let it sit. It's going to be about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I'm going to check it for flavor, adjust as needed, make sure that our split peas are actually edible because, I mean, nobody wants to eat a rock. I mean, come on now. Ooh, no, I broke a tooth. Yeah, we don't do that here. So, that's pretty much it. We'll come back and I'll show you the final product. But I'm going to add a couple cups of water and let that cook. Do its thing. Yeah. After all, you are the bon ami of your split pea. We'll see you in a moment. All right, folks. It's been about an hour and a half. Oh, this soup is done, and it's awesome. I can't wait for you to try this. Got some garlic bread and a bowl. I'm gonna plate up. Handy dandy ladle. A little bit of bowl action going on. Oh man. It's not too thick. It's not too thin. Oh yeah. We've got a nice amount of veg in here. Don't know if you can see that or not. I mean, it's split pea soup, so it's going to kind of look like slime from Ninja Turtles. But I guarantee it tastes much better. A little bit of garlic bread. You got your soup. Oh, man. You know what? Grab a spoon. Give it a stir. Look at that. Dig in. Oh, man. That's amazing. The key here, sorry for eating on camera, the key here is balance of flavor and texture. We want to taste the sweetness of the carrots. We want to get a little bite of the onion, but not so much as to overpower. We want to get the creaminess of the split pea as it actually breaks down, because it does. I did not use an immersion blender or anything. It broke down on its own, but it's still thick and rich. The smokiness of the ham, totally present. The bits of bacon
Oh man, absolutely awesome. They are going to lose their crunch a little bit because, well, we just boiled it for an hour and a half, you know. But you still get the toothiness, I guess is what they call it. I don't know. I'm not a professional here. Yeah, you get all of that. It's all there. It's all present. And it's good. I implore you. Make split pea soup. If you've never done it, do it. And, yeah, you're going to like it. The garlic bread, oh man, it just sets it off. Try it. You'll like it. And if you don't, let me know in the comments below why you don't. Or even better, let me know how to make this better. Yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks again, and stay foodie.